So you have to uncover it, and then you can click on it.
It's the inner tube. The rubber inner tube we found floating in
Inner
the pool.
tube.
The inner tube?
Remember the inner tube we found in the pool with a rope on one side?
Why did she say inner tube?
Maybe the rope
Kirumi.
was originally tied on both sides.
Kirumi. Oh boy.
The culprit made a ropeway by hanging the tube from the rope connecting the windows. And because the third floor window is higher up, gravity would have pushed the inner tube along.
Yes,
The
that
inner
is
tube
true.
is made of sturdy rubber as well. It could have supported 2 people.
Oh my
Culprits
gosh.
used the ropes and the inner tube to construct a rudimentary ropeway, and used it to move themselves and Ryoma's body from the lab to the gym.
Okay.
Once through the gym window, the culprit stood on the inner tube to move the body. Either that, or the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill.
Oh.
That way would be more stable and let them handle the corpse more carefully. Finally,
Is
they
Kirumi
removed
the
rope
culprit?
from the window frame
From
and
the
left the
bait.
scene.
I'm kind of thinking she is, and it's making me sad.
That, it certainly sounds possible. But wow, a ropeway!
You say the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. Isn't that against school rules? It would count as entering the gym, would it not?
Last time we got asked that question, we decided it was okay. Sticking your body through the window is an automatic out, but standing on the sill is...
Wait, who asked you last time?
Oh.
Eh?
Oh.
It is quite possible that the culprit went to you to confirm the details of their plan.
Oh boy. Kibo.
Oh, shit!
Way to put your foot in your mouth.
Kibo just ratted him out.
Monosuke just unhinged his jaw and swallowed his entire leg!
Cut it out! I can't write this off as a joke if you two keep freaking out about it.
Then your little slip-up is actually the truth!
Oh boy.
Pops?
Monokuma isn't impressed.
Uh-oh, Daddy's mad at you now.
Huh?
Don't look at me. This is what you get for acting like a big shot all the time.
Oh,
Do not bully Monosuke.
Monosuke.
No more blaming each other. Everybody makes mistakes. I want us all to get along.
Monodam's right.
Monosuke, you better thank Monodam. Less attitude and more gratitude. Got it?
Okay.
Man, the trial was just getting fun. Why you gotta ruin it with that slip-up? But I guess now we know Shuichi's logic is right on the money.
So culprit really used ropeway to move body?
Yeah, they used the ropeway to move with the body from window to window.
Okay.
Ropeway murder? That's some crazy-ass shit! But if the mechanism was that complicated, wouldn't it be hard to put it all away?
Not necessarily. All one must do is detach the rope from the window after using the ropeway.
Yeah, and then you just have to pull it up when you're in the
Then,
lab.
after returning to Ryoma's lab, one could retrieve the rope from that side. Tossing the rope into the gym from the pool window would be the final step.
I see! The rope was thrown from the window! That's why we found it there!
Okay. Well,
With that method, the culprit must have made numerous trips from Ryoma's lab to the pool.
Which is why the crime was committed during nighttime, while we all slumber.
very complicated plan.
But if the culprit was so careful to recover the rope they used to commit the crime, why did they leave the inner tube in the pool?
Because they couldn't go in the pool at night.
I believe that was an accident.
An accident?
Yes. When the culprit was taking down the inner tube, they accidentally dropped it.
Then why did the culprit leave it in the pool?
The reason the culprit left it in the pool is obvious. It was nighttime.
That's it! Even if they wanted to get it, they couldn't, because this took place at nighttime.
I see. They couldn't get the inner tube because swimming is prohibited at nighttime.
But couldn't they have used the rope to fish it out?
Not necessarily. You see, the water level in that pool is so low.
Yeah.
Even if one tried to draw in the inner tube using the rope, the steep angle the rope would be at would make it nigh impossible.
It'd be different if they used a pole, but there's no way a rope would work.
Even if inner tube was closer to pool edge, water's still too low to drag tube in.
For some reason, I didn't register that was Gunta for some odd reason, and I just thought it was Kaito talking weird.
Sounds like a lot of work. I can see why they just left it there.
Same.
Yeah, it would take too long. And they would have been busted if someone saw them.
Huh! What kind of clumsy dipshit drops an inner tube and can't retrieve it?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, this culprit's a real fucking amateur.
No, actually. Save for that one mistake, this was the perfect crime.
If Maki had never met up with Ryoma at nighttime, it might have been the end for us. Oh, I still don't know if Maki is telling the truth or not.
Shut up. Personally, I find this culprit frighteningly thorough.
Oh. We're deciding now, aren't we? And that frighteningly thorough.
Such a bold, beautiful plan. I never even imagined there was a ropeway.
Please, no.
Ah, respect begins to bloom in my heart for this wonderfully cruel culprit.
I'm getting
What are you,
shivers.
stupid? Don't respect the culprit.
No, respecting the culprit's intelligence is crucial in solving this case. We're so close, we're one step away from the truth.
Now, we just need to figure out who the culprit is.
I know who it is.
But of course, it would be pointless to unravel this mystery otherwise.
So, who is it?
I know who it is.
Looks like it's time for me to start the main event.
What is your main event?
But my sidekick here is on a roll right now, so I'll let him take this one.
Of course.
You're just pushing everything onto Shuichi because you don't know yourself.
Well, Shuichi, do you already know who the culprit...
I'm sorry. Yes, I have a good idea of who the culprit is.
Hey, Shuichi, are you hesitating again?
I very much am, because I don't want it to happen. What?
Come on, man, there's no need for that. Like I said, you're my sidekick. I take responsibility for any mistakes my sidekick makes. So use those skills of yours I believe in to shove the truth down their throats.
It was actually Kaito.
Believe in my detective skills?
That's right. I'm gonna leave it all to you, Shuichi.
Yeah, I need to believe in my detective work. This whole setup would have been prepared in the gym well beforehand. Knowing that narrows down the list of suspects. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to, oh boy. Why?
It has to be you.
No.
There's one more thing I still have to confirm. But Kirumi is the prime suspect.
Why?
Me?
What? Kirumi?
Oh, so Kirumi is the culprit!
No, I liked Kirumi.
That is not yet a certainty. Let us hear her testimony first.
Is this true, Kirumi?
I cannot believe you would suspect me.
Oh no.
If that is the case, then I will have to deny it. I will not let you make the wrong choice.
The wrong choice?
If you do believe it is me, are you prepared to stand by that decision?
Yes.
I will refute your accusations with all my might, for everyone's sake.
Whoa. I like that sprite. Oh boy.
I, of
Whoa.
course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence
Alibis for yesterday.
that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by any...
What is this? Wait. Shuichi, Kibo, Keiyu, Tsumugi, and Tenko were forced together at 11 p.m. Kokichi, he was with Kirumi from 9 to 10. By 11, he returned to the lab. Kirumi was in the gym until a little before. That would be alibis, right?
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body. She and Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube.
We all could have, except perhaps Gonta.
Oh boy. Let's force Kirumi to it. Click yourself. Okay, there's a hole in her story.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
I don't want to do this.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
Oh, really? Okay, I thought that would be it because, well, I thought that would be wrong. I just wanted to eliminate
I,
that,
of course,
though.
am not the culprit.
Would it be?
The crime was committed
Wait.
at nighttime.
Let me just
And you have no
see all these again.
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
Most of us do not have one. That is
I
true.
have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Evidence that proves.
Think
What do
we
you
would
have?
fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body.
Wait
She
a
and
minute.
Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube.
We
Could have been done by anyone.
all could have.
What's the main difference between these? This doesn't have... Okay. So I think we have to use
Except
the
perhaps
alibis for
don't.
yesterday. And I think on the other... The other one.
The crime was committed at nighttime. You have no alibi, do you?
An
alibi for nighttime?
Okay.
I believe most of us do not have one. I have evidence that proves you're the culprit. Do you think you would fall for such nonsense? The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have
Been done by anyone.
Yes, let's go.
That's wrong!
Oh boy. I don't like this.
No. The only person who could have prepared this murder is Kirumi. Well, the
Why?
preparations in the gym in any case.
Give me the motive.
And why do you believe that?
Before the culprit could put the body into the tank, several steps needed to be taken.
Like tying the rope to the gym window and putting a partition in the piranha tank.
That's right. Ryoma's body entered the gym from the window, but that required preparation. That could only have been done when Kirumi
boy.
was by herself in the gym before nighttime.
But Kirumi was alone in the gym for only like 5 minutes.
Not enough time for the whole murder, but enough time to set it up. Enough time to tie the rope on the window frame and put the pain in the piranha tank.
I really don't
This
like
is my
this.
selfless
Oh my
devotion.
gosh. That scared me. And we're arguing you now.
While I do understand where you are coming from, I assure you this is just
What?
a part of your petty imagination. An empty theory created from nihilism.
Oh. Truth blade. This is interesting.
If it were solely the rope and partition, I suppose 5 minutes might be enough time.
Oh
I
boy.
accept that. However, the crux of your argument is not but a guess. You continue to force the facts to conform to your misguided when you consider that the crux of your argument is faulty. Your entire case falls apart.
Oh boy.
What do you mean by crux of the argument? How is it just a guess?
I am referring to the rope. Now, with that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window. But there is no evidence to indicate this had happened. In other words, it is just a guess.
Wait.
And then you add assumptions and hearsay to that guess.
There is
nothing
evidence.
More than deception.
There's clear evidence.
I am referring to the rope.
It's the one that we have right now, right?
It is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window. But there is no evidence to indicate this had happened.
Let's go.
I'll cut through your words.
Why did she do it?
I have evidence. The abrasions left on the window frames at the gym and the lab.
She's my
scratches from when the rope was tied to the window frame?
Just tying the rope to the frame wouldn't cause so much damage. The rope that was tied to the frames must have been weighed down significantly. The frames didn't break, but they were left with distinct marks.
Those scratches are proof that you used a rope to carry the body to the windowsill.
Oh no.
Oh, what's wrong, Kirumi? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Hey, what's wrong? Hey, 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 hey!
Shut up, Cookie G.
Is Kirumi quiet cause that's what happened?
Please answer us, Kirumi. Shuichi is doing this for your sake.
If it is for my sake, then it would be much easier to forfeit.
Oh.
But I cannot allow that. Because I must do this for everyone.
Oh. For everyone.
I have a duty and a responsibility. I must serve everyone and protect them.
Oh, she must have gotten something.
So I refuse to surrender. They won't forgive me if I do.
What? Where is this coming from? Her response seems genuine. So, what does she mean by everyone? Is she doing this for all our sakes? Am I wrong? Is Kirumi innocent? No, I'm wrong again.
Hey, Kirumi, who exactly is this everyone you're talking about?
I'm interested in that too. Kaito.
I've just got a weird feeling about this. When you said everyone, it felt like you weren't talking about us.
Yeah.
Felt like you were talking about someone who isn't here.
She must have seen her motive video.
Someone who isn't here?
Someone outside of the academy?
Hey, do you think Kirumi saw her own motive video?
What did I just say?
Huh? The motive video?
You saw your important someone in danger, so you committed murder, right?
Oh.
Is that true?
I am so sorry for making such a mess.
Oh, what are you gonna say now?
Because of that, I made all of you assume something unnecessary.
Unnecessary?
You saying I'm wrong? This everyone you're talking about?
It is all of you, of course.
Really?
Really? Do you swear to a tour?
I don't believe it.
Yes, really. So please believe me. I am not the culprit.
I don't believe
I
it.
do not care what becomes of me, but I will not allow any of you to die.
This is the most emotion that you've ever shown. I don't believe it.
Because I made a promise to Kaede.
What?
She wished for all of us to escape together.
What?
I want to fulfill my duties as the ultimate maid. I wish to serve everyone. So please believe me. You have to.
This is sad.
Kirumi!
Are we totally sure Kirumi's the culprit? Maybe it's someone else.
Get Kokichi. We'll know if she's lying or not.
Are we sure Kokichi isn't the culprit?
Where did that come from?
How rude.
Gota just can't believe Kirumi would kill Ryoma.
Yeah, we don't have a motive. That's the only
Kirumi's
thing.
breakfasts were the best. She always treated us so well.
She really is like a mom.
Perhaps it was after she gained our trust that she saw her chance to strike.
You really are screwed up.
He has a valid point.
Screwed up from head to toe. Even through your clothes, I can tell.
Shuichi, please reconsider suspecting me as the culprit.
Nope, too late.
You only suspect me because I was at the gym during nighttime yesterday, correct?
You weren't at the gym during nighttime.
But you cannot accuse me of being the culprit with that insufficient proof. It is still possible for Maki and Kaito to have gone to the gym. They do not have alibis. They could have pretended to help Himiko, but secretly prepared the murder.
I think I took that the wrong way.
It does seem possible.
We can't accuse Kirumi just based on our alibis.
Guys, maybe suspecting Kirumi is wrong.
Guys.
Yeah, maybe we should think it over one more time.
I made a promise.
So always
As
search for the
ultimate
truth.
detective, I made a promise to seek the truth. I made a promise to Kaede, so I'm not turning back now.
Yep. They're scared. They're scared that they have to accuse one of their friends of murder. So it's up to me. I have to do it. I'll use my detective work to prove it.
So you still believe I am the culprit?
I do, sadly. I'm
but there
sorry.
is no evidence to indicate that I am.
No, there is. I have proof that you're the culprit.
What does this prove?
I realized it when we determined that the ropeway was used to move the body. If it was indeed Kirumi who moved the body with a makeshift ropeway, then the final clue falls into place.
What's the final clue? What?
The final clue?
The damning evidence that proves Kirumi is the culprit.
Oh boy.
Shuichi, won't you please tell me why you are so desperate to pin me as the culprit? Don't you want to protect everyone?
I don't
I'm
like
doing
this.
this because I want to protect everyone. Shuichi.
Then you're wrong. Your deduction is all wrong.
Your words aren't going to convince me now. Not when I know the truth.
All you care about is your own reasoning. You don't even listen to others.
Seeing her like this is really making me sad because she's my favorite character right now.
I can't bet everyone's lives on a deduction made by a self-righteous brat.
Oh boy.
You can't save anyone!
What about the time we spent together? No more doubts. I'm confident I'm right. I'm going to present everyone the evidence that proves she's guilty. Oh. Wait. Is that hers? Is this hers?
This is it!
It is!
The piece of black fabric in the pool. That's the final clue that proves you're guilty.
No.
It's been bothering me for a while. I couldn't figure out what it was. I thought it was just trash at first, but I couldn't dismiss it entirely.
So sad.
Now that the class trial has come this far, I know for certain. It's an important piece of the puzzle, because like the inner tube, it's evidence the culprit couldn't dispose of.
Yeah, because they couldn't get into the pool.
Why not?
Using the ropeway, you could slide the inner tube from the lab to the gym. But how would you control it? If it kept sliding and hit the window, the momentum would have thrown the body off. To prevent that from happening, the culprit needed some way to adjust the speed. For example, the culprit could have used their hands for friction.
Yeah, so what? You're still wrong. Your logic is flawed.
Stop this.
Kirumi, why are you becoming increasingly erratic? There is such absolute beauty in trying to fight against the truth.
What? Truth. That black cloth is just trash. You can't prove I'm the culprit with just that.
No, it's not just trash. It's proof that you're the culprit.
Are we gonna have another battle thing? Finding out how the black fabric fits into this is the key to everything. I'll make it all clear now. Yep, there it is. Oh boy, oh my gosh, I love the sprite.
What is
Oh
this
boy.
truth? That is just your empty deduction. You continue to confuse everyone. You are
Oh
incorrect.
boy.
What is this truth? That is just your empty deduction. In this class trial, everyone's
Dang it.
life is at stake. Because of your self-righteous truth,
I hate this.
everyone might die. In this class trial,
What?
everyone's life is at stake. Because of your self-righteous truth,
Come on.
everyone might
Oh.
die. In this class trial, everyone's life is at stake. Because of your
Why is
self-righteous
everybody's
truth,
life at stake?
I completely understand your reasoning,
Dang
but I
it.
will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. You do not have any evidence.
I can't do it that fast.
You are only providing us with speculation. I only wish
Dang
to
it.
protect everyone. Why must you interfere? I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. You do not have any evidence. You are only providing us with speculation. I only wish to protect everyone. Why must
Oh,
you interfere?
boy.
I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it.
Oh.
What does that piece of trash prove?
Kirumi's gloves.
It ends here.
Oh my gosh.
The piece of
That was
fabric
something.
came from Kirumi's black glove.
Kirumi's glove?
If the culprit were slowing their descent by grabbing the rope with their hands,
Yeah.
there would have been a lot of friction, easily enough to cause rope burn. But
That's
our
what I was
culprit
thinking.
smart. They weren't burned because they weren't bare-handed.
Yeah, the culprit had gloves on. One got all torn up from the friction
And it fell into pool?
From what I remember, the only one who wears black gloves is Kirumi, right?
Yep.
The gloves on your hands now. I take it they're from your dorm?
The extra uniforms in our rooms are made of the same material we're wearing now. We can test my theory by comparing the fabric scrap with your glove.
Well, Kirumi,
Oh, this makes
will
me
you
sad.
allow us to compare the black fabric we found in the pool with your gloves?
Huh? What's the matter? Why are you sweating so much?
Kirumi, what's wrong?
In the end, I'm just like them. I'm scared of revealing the truth. Because it means that someone has to be sacrificed, but Coyote was scared too. She didn't let that stop her. She thought things through to the end. I faced the truth and doubted it, and I kept thinking and kept going. This is where it led me, and I won't turn away from it.
I will show you the truth.
Closing argument. Okay, comic time. Let's see what we got here. The evidence? The evidence made of metal piranhas. What? The evidence made of metal the piranhas didn't eat. Okay, there we go. Oh boy, we got a lot of things hidden here. Let's just go to the end. Where was the body carried to? Hitting the brakes was tougher than expected. What was used to transport? Okay, it's this. No? Oh. What was taken from the tube? Or from the pool? Okay. Before the murder, what was put on the victim's wrist? Handcuffs. And where in the gym was the rope tied? This? Let's go. Piranha tank lid. The thin and long item the culprit took from the gym. Maybe go back here. Okay. What is here? Where was the body carried to? That's probably that. What is this? It was used to transport the rope. Transport the body on the ropeway. Did we already have that? What is this? Oh. That makes sense. Okay. What was used as a... Okay, on the tank. Would it be the lid? Yes. Okay. A rope. I think I got it. I think I got your rest. What's this last one? Right there. You see, I knew that was with the tube. I just didn't know where. I didn't know which one.
This is the truth of the case.
Act 5?
The victim's body was found this morning during Himiko's underwater escape act.
Oh boy.
When we saw the piranhas in the tank, we thought that Himiko's escape failed. Of course, it was all part of the act. Himiko's escape went perfectly.
I'd love to see like a full like comic book or like manga of like the full Danganronpa story in like this style too. That looks so nice.
But when Angie opened the curtain in front of the tank, we saw Ryoma with piranhas swarming around him.
I was not expecting that.
Before any of us could react, the piranhas devoured Ryoma's body. And all that was left were his bones and the handcuffs he was wearing. That horrifying sight was the finishing touch on the culprit's own twisted magic trick. The culprit obfuscated the time and place of the murder, implicating Himiko in the process.
Yeah, to try and give herself an alibi. And put the blame on Himiko.
In truth, the crime began last night, around 8:55 p.m. While preparing for the show in the gym, the culprit had a chance to be alone. It was then that the culprit used the ladder to reach the piranha tank and removed the glass lid to put inside the tank.
Okay. This is very, very interesting.
They used it as a partition to force the piranhas to one side of the tank.
As much as I hate why Kirumi did this, you do have to admit that this is very, very well planned out.
Next, the culprit took the rope from the stage wing in the gym.
Also, I'm sorry if I'm not talking as much. I'm really tired now.
And used the ladder once more, this time to climb up to the gym's window.
Bam, bam.
Once
creak,
there,
creak.
they opened the
Grr,
window
grr.
and tied one end of the rope to the window frame. The rope was then thrown out the window toward the pool. These preparations were key for the culprit's elaborate plan.
Yep. Act 2.
At nighttime, past midnight, the culprit asked Ryoma to meet at his lab.
He's just strolling too.
All the pieces were in place. The culprit was ready to murder.
But why?
First, the culprit knocked Ryoma out, probably striking him from behind. Then, they put the handcuffs from the shower room on Ryoma's wrists.
I just thought how refreshing it is not to have a Nagito
Shoved
here.
his head into the sink filled with water.
So used to Nagito and his freaking creepiness and psychopathic ways.
From the water and the pain of drowning, Ryoma should have woken up and struggled. The culprit anticipated his resistance, which is why Ryoma was handcuffed.
Yep. So I was right about that in the beginning. Interesting.
The struggle left scrapes on the cuffs and sink, but in the end,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Ryoma was dead, but the culprit's plan had only just begun.
Very, very planned out. Very thorough. Expected from Kirumiya.
They removed the cable from the tennis net and hung it from the window facing the pool. And then, at the pool, they connected the wire and the rope from the gym window. They returned to the lab after picking up one last thing.
Yep. I'm so sad.
The
I'm
rubber inner
really
tube
sad.
that was in the pool's tool shed.
Like, I just want to know. I just want to get to why she did it. Like, we know
Once back in
how.
the lab, the culprit pulled the cable, bringing up the rope.
I'm also sorry if it seems sort of like I'm rushing through this and, like, not speaking at all. Like I said, I'm really tired now.
They pulled until the rope
It's
was
a really long
taut,
day.
then tied it to the lab's window frame.
But I
And
really...
thus, the gym and the lab windows were connected by a single rope.
Shuichi, I'm trying to speak. Jeez. Yeah, I really wanted to stream this, though. I'm really into this. Like, very much.
After making a hanger of sorts with another length of rope tied to the inner tube,
Oh, I'm sorry.
they
I
hung
might have
the
just
inner
hit my
tube
mic.
on the rope connecting the windows. That's how the culprit created the ropeway that was used to move the body. An impressive premeditated murder, but the culprit made two crucial mistakes. The culprit got on the inner tube with Ryoma's body and slid toward the gym. With the height difference between the windows, they would have built up quite some speed.
Is it really that big of a
To
difference?
avoid crashing through the window, the culprit used a brake. They used their own hand to grip the rope and slow down. That would have caused significant rope burn had the culprit not been wearing gloves.
I also will be going to the end of the chapter
But
in
due
this
to
stream,
the friction, part of a glove tore off and dropped in the pool.
But I'm really hoping that it kind of goes by fast.
Regardless, the culprit reached the window and put Ryoma's body into the piranha tank. The glass pane not only kept the piranhas and the body separated, it also kept the piranhas so close together, they concealed the body.
I still say the real culprit here, or not culprit, but the real victim here is those piranhas. They died for nothing.
After that, all the culprit had to do was untie the rope and the inner tube. But that's when they made their second mistake. One end of the rope came loose, and the inner tube dropped into the pool.
Yep.
Thus, the culprit was forced to leave two key pieces of evidence, the fabric and the inner tube. They couldn't retrieve the evidence because of the rule against swimming at nighttime.
Wow.
And that's the whole story. Am I wrong, Kirumi Tojo? The ultimate...
I'm so sorry that I skipped that.